Hey guys, so a couple of years ago when I was still in high school, I started making these videos, 50 things, 60 things. For example, my video of 55 things that your parents say to you that are relatable. You stink.
Put on the exhaust fan.
I did 50 things you should say to Siri. I need to hide a body.
What kind of place are you looking for?
There may have been another one there. I'll play it right here if there is.
These are the top 50 reasons to miss work or school.
But I've been really getting into like the weird Google searches and just things you are asking or you think about but you don't actually Google. And I made a list of 75 things that I've been thinking about lately. And so I'm going to share with you 75 things you should ask Google, or 75 things that's going on in my mind. So here we go! At what time of the day are there the least amount of people awake? Did the Rolling Stones inspire the name of the Rolling Stone magazine, or did the Rolling Stone magazine influence the name of the Rolling Stones? Can you die from music torture in solitary? How come America takes the U out of everything? If a man with no legs dies, where do they attach the tag to? How do people who inbreed address their family members? When we get to other planets, will we be the aliens, or will we be immigrants? If the world ends, will cockroaches survive and create a cockroach planet? When death comes, which religion will go to heaven? When the children of millennials become the age of millennials now, will they be able to react to the post that their parents put up on Facebook that they are going to be born? Will future generation hipsters have Ugg boots, selfie sticks, and meme accounts? Does the government know more about us than we do? How much money is spent on mental illness as compared to the funerals that people that couldn't get diagnosed with it? What if Samuel L. Jackson was narrating your life and only people around you could hear him? Why can I be having the most intelligent conversations and I just forget what a car is or what the word for a wall is? If concentration camps were to become a thing in America, would Germans deny it 70 years from now? What if wow is a combination of why and how? If Michael Jackson was born black, became white, does that make him black, white, neither, in between? And what would he say on applications his race was? If it's easier to film in the colors that are present, then why did we start out with black and white cameras and eventually go to color cameras? Why do baby boomers hate millennials and why do millennials hate baby boomers? Converses were the first type of shoe that were used in basketball and now they are no longer even suitable for walking. Explain that. How do cameramen and actors not laugh when they're on the set filming? How is English the hardest language to speak? I mean, have you tried speaking in past tense Spanish? If the world stopped spinning, how long would it take the flash to get from coast to coast? How many pixels are in my vision? How many famous people do I know the younger version of? What year is it, actually? I mean, people in 200 BC didn't call it 200 BC, right? If the Purge was real, what would people actually do? Would they still kill everyone? Is it really inappropriate to have rock music at a funeral? And if so, does it have to be soft rock? Why did male TV stars from the 40s to the 60s sound the same, as well as women from the 70s to the 80s all sound the same? What age is considered old? And how much longer after that do you not have to care about how old you are as what you're doing? What good is it saying good morning and then having the news say everything that's not good after that? How long would it take us to readapt if all electronics ceased to exist at 1 second? What will we name the next 4 generations? If blues and jazz never existed, would there be rock and pop today? If we made marrying animals, interspecies, legal, what would happen when people compare that to people of the same sex getting married? What if time was only an alternate reality to those who have traveled back in time? What if the reason men are bald is because they wear sun caps and hats all the time? If good dogs go to heaven and bad dogs go to hell, does that mean animal killers go to hell too? If you bought drugs when they were legal, and you get caught with them, would you still get arrested? Why aren't immigrant Americans named the same way that Native Americans are named? When will 50 be the new 25? Why can't Sammy Hagar drive at 55? What if superheroes really do exist, but they ignore every distress call? If the Earth rotated just 10 miles an hour faster, what would happen? How many people have I seen in my life, and how many of those have I seen more than once? Just stranger-wise. One day, will relationships that started on social media in dating profiles be considered old-fashioned? Will there ever be another president or another person on dollar bills in the United States? If libraries are free, then why isn't internet free? I mean, it's either a building or an app. The retirement age is getting higher and higher, but the senior citizen discount keeps getting lower and lower. Why? If you get a cold, why do you feel hot? What if the reason that many people hate snakes is because subconsciously in the Bible Satan was a snake? If you go to jail for tax evasion, then you're living off people's taxes that you didn't pay. Sound sketchy? Why is traveling so expensive if the only real thing you need is your feet? Will today's pop music still be considered pop in 50 years? Or, like in the 50s and 60s, that was pop and rock, but it changed over time. How many people would be in jail if the FBI actually arrested those who ignored the FBI warning on movies? Why is Jesus white? How many movies, if they came out today, from a long time ago, would be considered rated R by today's standards? How come humans are the only creature to drink milk from another animal? Why do dogs eat other animals' poop? But if a human does, I'm gonna leave that open-ended for you. How come it's illegal to not wear a seatbelt when you're in a car, but when you're on a bus, a school bus, with children, there's no seatbelts? How long would it take to relearn how to play with toys like a child? If water became unsafe in the future, say like an Idiocracy, would Brawndo with electrolytes really make plants die or not grow? If someone sculpted a statue of a naked child in the 21st century, would it be considered kiddie porn? Can God get drunk if he says that beer is good to drink? If a zoo traps bald eagles in a conservatory, does that mean that freedom is in captivity? How long ago does the oldest person alive think they should have died? Why is it that food that's bad for you lasts forever, and food that's good for you expires like next week? How many people have actually been killed by falling pianos or air conditioners? How did Beethoven compose symphonies when he's deaf? If a commercial advertising a medication is on TV and one of the side effects is death, why do people still take it? Where does my doppelganger live? And do I have a chance of ever meeting them or bumping into them? What is it that causes an old person's voice to be raspy? Why do you have to be 25 to rent a car? And 75, the last one. Why is Twisted Sister not taking anything? So, there you have it. A video of 75 things that you can Google, or just things that have been in my weird brain. Now I know most of these or some of these might be just really stupid questions, but there are no stupid questions when it comes to making a list about what's going on in that head of yours. And if you like this video, make sure to check out the rest of my channel. You can add me on Facebook, the link is below. But make sure to subscribe. I do not know which side it's on now, but subscribe below, like, and share please to your Facebook profiles. So I'll leave it at that, and I'm just gonna say this. My name is Jamie. Keep it casual.